All right, so we have, well, I guess we can start with funding and fundraising. John is not gonna be here today. I am just pulling up some notes. Second. So we have a good problem to have, if I can find my note. And that is we got discounts on some of our clothing, merchandise purchase.
Okay.
So we are short $2,510 that we need to spend by next week. So the recommendations would be potentially either more toward merchandise, potentially more toward the book publisher. But we do need to vote on that today and make it clear
What's the amount?
decision. $2,510. Let me just check his text too to make sure that number lines up. So
Is much merchandise sell at the Saturday vendor sale? I have no.
yeah, that I do not know. Who took that?
Oh, that's me. One item sold because of the rainy cold day.
Sounds all right. We're probably, if we're being realistic with ourselves, we're probably 6 months away from starting to really sell merch.
Well,
Because we're too far out right
What
now.
about, you know, Jonathan here would be helpful, we need to know, what do we have for merchandise we want to expand it, like bags or something, like shopping bags? Additional types of merch.
Yeah.
Into ornaments, right? No.
Yeah, I have
T-shirts,
board and yet, and I it's a different vendor,
All right.
so I
Oh,
haven't
that's
done my
right.
time.
That's okay.
Yes.
I think that.
Yeah, so the Right. Oh, sorry, so we're at 23,107, so we need, hopefully, I'll give you the exact. So we're $1,830.
To spend,
Yes, yes.
so that we can then
$1,830
get
spent.
the other 25.
So his recommendation was to either give the book another $1,000, or unless other people have other ideas, and then also increase merchandise purchase to 6,200. From, I'm guessing we're probably less than 5 now, or unless he's going over the 25,000, that was so possible too.
I would say so.
Because right now we have 10,660 on welcome signs. 2,510 on additions to those signs, let's say 300. 5,000 on book publisher, 5,000 on merchandise. And that totals 23,170.
Right. Wouldn't we just work from the splitting up the 1830?
Yeah, that probably make more sense. So, yeah, so any ideas on, it needs to be something that can be invoiceable by next week.
Right.
So that's the only real,
That's what I'm very, ideal, because
because then we know we can get an invoice, which is why in merchandise makes sense.
Right.
and the book too.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
So we could do 830 to the merchandise and to the book.
Yeah.
So I move, you should probably abstain from any.
Sure, yeah,
Okay. So I move that we spend another $1,000 towards merchandise and, $1,000 towards the book and $830 towards merchandise. Second.
all right, and is there any discussion? Well, let me first just throw this to the online people, if there's any questions, discussion.
I agree.
Okay,
Yeah, I agree with that.
all right, so we can take a roll call vote, Don,
Yeah,
Abstain.
Aye.
all right.
Aye.
And online,
Joe Cunningham Jr., aye.
Joe Cunningham III, aye.
Alright, so that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 0, 1.
And John, if you don't mind,
Yes.
thank you everyone that continued support our designer and as you see more previews and eventually the book. People across the board are gonna be really impressed, but that just helps, with 5,000 helps carry us with her through the summer and her services and that end of it will be done by September. Well, it should go into the printer early September. Middle of October is still the plan, so that's, the printing costs, you might imagine, but they've gone up a bit, but that alone is a big nut for us, about 48,000.
Right.
Is the recent estimate, so we're working on that, pre-orders and all that. This gets us to the finish line.
Yes.
It's awesome.
Alright, and we can keep, I just wanted to give, I know this is urgent, so I'm sending
Right.
John the note quickly, just so he knows. Yep. And it was 8:32. All right, is there any other funding questions, ideas? Comments?
I do have a question just on the platform on Teams for signing up. Is that, oh, I'm sorry. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we'll do it when we get, we'll get there. All right, nothing else for fundraising ideas? I do know, further down the list. He is looking to start getting dates. For the events. Okay, yeah, so that'll be. All right, okay, yeah. All right, so then I guess.
Back to this.
Well, we got
I didn't.
fundraising and there's no minutes, so other topics presented regarding fundraising and planning, working group reports. I guess the biggest thing is we're looking for parade dates. He had mentioned the tentative date of July 25th. But we have to. Yeah, I mean, I think we're looking to start, getting the dates going, so we would have to vote on that. If there's, what working group was actually working toward that? Do we know? Was that John's?
That's John.
Fair enough.
And.
Well, he
and I
recommended
think
July
Michael-
25th.
Okay, and Michael and Lantra.
Okay. Is Mike's not on, so, John.
Okay.
So it'll be, what's the wrong year?
You sure?
So that's just- He's, although he wrote July 25th, 2025, I assume he did not mean 2025.
Oh, right.
Oh, no, it's a Saturday, it's a Saturday.
Yeah,
I was looking at the wrong July to go. My wife will love that, it's her birthday,
Oh, wow.
which of course means we probably will not be any.
Yeah, right.
But I might not be able to block that out. That's the week ago, it's still. But we're not gonna move the parade for, so.
And you can't be there.
And I can't be there. More than likely, we will, actually, honestly, it's a weekend, so we can probably just piggyback that on, we'll leave on vacation following. Prior, before we don't do. She's just never lucky enough to have her birthday on the weekend. So. Yeah, is there any concern with the 25th? Presumably, these kind of things could be moved, but we're probably gonna run out of time to move it.
Yeah,
shortly,
it's
especially once it starts getting in flyers or things like that, then we're stuck already.
It's good to be something.
Yeah.
Is the parade and Old Home Day connected in any way, or the Old Home Day is a whole separate entity from the parade? They wouldn't be held on the same day.
No,
Let's see.
He's gone back and forth on it. Yeah, because he has Old Home Day in the fall. I think he originally wanted to do that, he wanted to use the school fields. The school can't allow that, if it's on sports. So the last time I spoke with John, he was looking at Child Street. That's what I And I'm in the last conversation.
And are we for the parade or we, or, well, oh. Hello.
Hello.
I heard someone was talking about it.
Actually, this actually is perfect because you're part of the whole, well, in the setting dates for the parade, right?
You know, about the parade, but
I
I
don't
don't
know, you're thrown into that, so. He's- but no, we're just talking about dates, because he wants to, one of the things we wanted to get done in the meeting is to get a date on the calendar for it. He had mentioned July 25th. I assume he meant 2026, he said this date, this year. But he said, general something about, for me, it was for the. Okay, so, all right, in September. September 20 something. Do we have, is that a hard enough time to get the book the date, or should we wait? As long as it's not this something.
Right.
Yeah, I should be the following September. Joe did bring it up to, Sue and the board, I think, about, having a date, which is what it was good or available, and then we just find out and send something to Sue. To ask her if there was anything actually within those dates, obviously, not September 11th, but that week. And then, once she gets back to me with that, maybe middle of September. Once I get a hard date with that, then we can just use that. Okay. I would like to go forward if that's okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Are you shooting for a Saturday?
I'd like to go Saturday.
Okay. Maybe either the 19th or the
I
26th.
think it was actually the 19th is the one I was looking at.
Okay.
But I would probably say, I don't know, do you think we should? We can do two things. We can either vote a date in, and if it needs to change, we change it, or we don't vote it in, and if he needs it ASAP, we can have a quick meeting. If people are available for, in 2 weeks, something like that, before going on a road, for vote a date,
I would vote a date
and then if.
and then rec approval.
Vote a date and alternate date. And just do a set date. And depending it's okay. All right, so let's take a vote on the parade date. If someone wants to make a motion for the 25th, 2026. Like the whole, parade.
Parade.
Or a parade that's on so. Yeah, no, yeah, we'll do your thing.
Do we want?
July 26th.
July
25th.
July 25th. So
Right.
I make a motion that the parade for the celebration be held on July 25th, 2026.
Second.
All right, and, any discussion? All right, take a vote, Don Altenberg, aye.
Jim Marciano.
And Brad, I.
Oh, there, yeah.
Joe's.
Joe Cunningham Jr., aye.
Joe Cunningham III, aye.
That's 9 no, no, we got a new person. All right, and then I guess we want to take a motion for the September 19th with a possible alternate date of the 25th. So
I'll make that motion for our home day on September 19th, 2026, back up to the 26th.
with a friendly amendment of 2026. Just so, not the system. So sorry, because I don't predict. I can have a second.
Second.
And, any discussion? All right, Don Altenbrad, aye.
Jim Marciano.
And Brad, I.
Joe Cunningham Jr., aye.
Joe Cunningham III, aye.
All right. I know. Is there any other dates we need to book? Or it sounds like we really have things scheduled.
We've already confirmed October 4th is the house.
Okay, is there, are we getting the presentation today?
Yes.
Okay. All right, okay.
And that's connected with a walking cemetery tour, which comes on Day on the 4th of October as well.
Okay.
It's kind of in conjunction with the house itself, it's not really a separate. But it is not a tour of the house, so you can consider it a separate entity, but they're all going to be connected. October 4th, 2026.
Only
Sunday.
19th, right?
Yeah, and ours is Sunday, not Saturday.
Here's this one.
Emily is still working.
Yeah, there's even
Was it nice?
This is the first time I sent John note.
So we have, our festival from May, and we don't have to do that.
And Emily was going to do the gala as well, even if we do it for that reason. They were
December.
talking about December 2025.
Right, December 6th.
They were gonna follow up with,
December this year?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
December 6th.
Oh, December 6th, okay.
I don't know where that is. Joe, you haven't been in touch with anybody about the gala, have you? I wrote down
No.
Joe for the gala, okay.
That's me.
That's you. So we can't confirm that date, so it won't go on.
Not confirmed, but that is still planned, right? December 6th?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. These meetings are so much smoother than selectmen. I'm trying to fill more than 5 minutes. Selectmen meetings with like 4 hours later. I think 2.
Fireworks are included with all content,
Yes.
correct?
We're still working out. Well, I think I don't think that we talked about that at all for this separate.
Fireworks. We're talking about all of our events, yeah.
Yeah.
That will be much.
Yes, I mean, so what we're looking to do is have it over at Powell. You know, so we're gonna have everything laid out on the football field. Fireworks can be set up, secure, and taken care of on the back soccer field if they have to. Fire department was okay with that, when UTA without affecting the time because they have people, the fire guys in the train. Or coordinate with the trains, any train steps and through. And we are thinking about, well, like, I would say that it would be necessary to have at least one detail. At the beginning of the Marble Street. And then we could have volunteers to make sure that people park somewhat accordingly, so you'll have to have people stationed. Station, not walking around them, so that people don't park. Or they park at some of the other things, or when they have the big football thing where you can't even get a rig through the real bridge to cross from one to the other. So that we could safely, if we need to get somebody in ambulance or somebody, somebody to get out, everything is unsafe. Do it in the event that we can't fit any more cars at that point, we're gonna have to shut it down. We're also gonna go for the hilltop to see if we can use their parking lot, their overflow parking lot. And then we'll see if we can maybe alongside Powder Street, maybe one row of we can come somewhat. Where we normally block it off, as long as we have somebody for it.
And the 19th of September is the date that you are planning. That's a Saturday.
26th.
Okay, not the 20th, because we had talked about Sunday the 20th. That's what I had down from my last meeting, so it's not on Sunday, it's Saturday the 19th.
I think Saturday is a better day. Because you want to turn fireworks up.
Very late,
Yeah. So, and the other thing is too, you have rights on the football field. Yeah, so if you want to have a little bit of, early, whatever, when you don't have pilot, which everybody touch what we're going to do. So, we have,
But 19th.
we have all kinds of it. We have. The train schedule will change probably about. I don't begin right. But, as of right now, it looks like the window for fireworks would have to be between 8:30 and 10:30, which is plenty of time. Because there's a train, but there's a train that leaves Kingston in the South Station at 8:25. So it would be like 8:30 when it goes to.
Kick off to the fireworks.
And then there's a train coming inbound or coming back to Kingston at like 10:00. So if they're 8:30 is the one that's blocking them, so yes, to have it. And all sports are.
that I'm gonna have everything shut down, that I have to go there, I'll talk to Caitlin, so, I mean, it's all involved in it, but. It's fine in advance, so they can reschedule anything and what, they've been very good with the coordinating and stuff, so. We'll make sure if there's nothing there, we'll make sure people realize it, and then 8:30 is probably gonna be more than dark enough.
Oh, yeah, especially in September.
So it actually would be kind of cool if we had the lights on for a little while, and then cut the lights off, and then. Yeah, it's something we will, deal with them too.
Have we thought about,
Yeah.
what are we trying,
Dramatic.
what are we trying to get for that field, like in terms of, like I was saying, 5 in on, or what are we?
Time wise, I haven't even thought about it, I don't know what we really are gonna be doing, I think once we figure out what we're gonna do, kind of things we're really do.
Because if we're getting that location, and that's perfect for doing like food trucks down there.
And that's part of it, I mean,
Yeah.
I think food trucks would be great, so if we do like. I don't think we need more than one, no, 50. So you're thinking 4 feet. You would say, yeah, and then the fire or so, or just before 8 o'clock, depending on how long the fireworks will take. You know, before 7, before 8, 8:30, work 7 or other days. We'll check, you know, how dark it's gonna be at that point. I think that once we figure that out, then I think we shall find that and we want people to. And stuff like that, so I would be doing for that, I think of living space. As far as games and stuff, you wanna have everything set up around the whole football thing, so. All the games would be right there, stuff in the summer and everything, so kids that will come run around, whatever they're doing, or you know. Other kids wanna play basketball, some they play basketball, they wanna go for somewhere else, it's, get baseball fields. These are, women gloves, kids are running around on the fields and trying to set things up. So,
Yeah.
I would love to, you know, be able to live that for them.
That's what the field is for, yes. The field is for. Actually, using that location, if we wanted to do any other fundraising kind of event, even day of, what we could do. Or we got for town, or something, what we can do, there's a ton of options, having the sports field.
Well, we can do like I do for the battle of the just do a home run derby. Yeah, with some first. Yeah, you could have that at the first field. Yeah, just have a home run derby at the first field, then, you know, $10 $5 ticket, do 50. Yeah, but along those lines, and you want to, you know,
Give it $10, give it 10 swing,
that's it, yeah, and then, you know, we have to. We don't have to have some pitching that we have, like a little pitching, you know, we can pick it off and stuff like that. Yeah, that's an option. I didn't know exactly what we were looking to do, but once I find out more and more, if you want to do fundraising, put back into this, or to pay for some of this, and take the detail. Yeah, you know, the detail is for free. You know, if it had, you know, the home run derby, and you have a couple of hundred things. Yeah.
I'm totally down. I'm gonna be a selectman by then. I'm up this September.
I'm sure.
Or this year.
Sure, you don't say that.
Yeah. That's worth more than that. I'm worth like $3. That's like $10.
We can do progressive.
Yeah. Silver, gold.
Yeah. Don't your favorite Facebook poster? I like that. We need to get real money for that.
We can get in real trouble for them too. And then I think somebody else still brought up the whole issue of kind of fire detail. So that, well, that's gonna be kind of what the fire was. Because you have
Yes.
fire detail with all that, so. You have a police detail, you have a fire detail, and if you wanted to have a road, guy walk the police and guy walking around, and that makes sense. Like I said, if you did 1 or 2 fundraisers, you have those covered. That doesn't come out of it.
Alright, any other? I guess work group topics or planning topics? Just now we can move on to the next item.
I did a real quick update on the arts festival and.
And we have the historical presentation.
Oh,
Was that?
real quick, that,
Yeah.
Emily's, even though going away for a lot of the summer, getting things in motion. And, sort of form a subcommittee. My better half, Denise, who's a painter and artist, has some connection. The word is getting out amongst some visual artists. And I was gonna jump on that, really get going in August. And, the First Parish campus, if you will, work, Hopewell, Simpson Mills right next door. If you were combined, you could house some stuff and, music and just, photography, whatever it is. So it's, she just wanted to let it was unreal.
Did she talk about potential dates at all?
I don't think so yet. She's reaching out to the churches on will be resuming that. But,
It's good, man.
yes.
All right, so I guess we can do the historical, is it a presentation or just a verbal presentation? Okay. I see the word presentation, I'm ready to pull that
I
up.
just wanted to share with you how far we've come. We have 4 houses selected. Right now, we're at a point where we're going to go and visit the homeowners and talk with them about the history of the house and certain and this may want to share during the event. And we take those since there's a lot of things we need to do, but the houses that we picked, we wanted to show you. This is on Walking Road. It's 29, I believe, Walking Road. Yeah, 29 Walking Road. It's all original inside and very old. Yeah. And then we have the Ichabod Washington House, which is 49 Summer Street, which is by the railroad tracks. This picture is red, but now it's a mustard color.
Okay.
49 Summer.
Ichabod Washburn, you said?
Ichabod Washburn is the name of the house. Arlene 50 lives there now. We're going to see her June 30th and have talked with her in appointment.
And are they, are these initial conversations or are they on board with doing?
Oh, no, they're all.
Okay, that's right.
No, these are all definite.
Okay,
I mentioned to Ken, we didn't know, and that's what I wanted to discuss with you guys. I mentioned maybe we would need 5 houses instead of 4, but I want to, and jump in if you want that. So this is the old Patuxent Schoolhouse across from the farm on Green Street. And that's 9 Green Street, they're all set, and then we're going to, of course, have the back to that. Because that was how the plan started. So those are the 4 we have lined up. However, we are in the process of trying to be assured that we can use the Adams Center. That's with having booklets made up, and that's what they will use for tickets. And they will be available at the Adams Center. And while they pick up their ticket, we wanted to have a video loop going that would show houses that are not on the tour, because there are so many wonderful historic homes in Kingston that people didn't want to open them up, or they couldn't because they all townhouse popular works there, they're gonna be in Greece on that date, so unfortunately, we wanted them, and she would have been willing to do it, but they're not gonna be home. So anyway, we wanted to have maybe some kind of a video, like if you go to the visit someplace like World or they have the video going that when you visit, you can sit down and watch. So that's what we thought we'd like to have playing in the background. So for the houses that we couldn't include, we still want to inform people about these historic places in the town.
Yeah.
So we have to get, this is all the things. Mish is on my committee, Mish and I, and we have 3 other ladies. So, so that's something we talked about doing. And we also are incorporating scavenger hunts in our house. So when they go to each house, there'll be a picture of something in the find. Okay. What else?
The artifacts of the Adams Center as well. And we'll have somebody there, a historian, to talk about the artifacts. There is also a historical barn. It's not a house and it's not indoors, so to speak, but what we're gonna do is have maybe some local vendors, a bake sale, some merch, obviously, and we can sell it in the barn with some really beautiful features in the historic barn.
Oldest structure in the town, I was told. This is what Carol Bolt saying, you know, her 29 Walking Road. She's 30, no, she's 29. Beth Larkin is next door and she's 23. Anyway, 29 Walking. 29 Walking is Carol's house, yeah. And she said it's like one of the oldest structures in the town. Oh, wow. So we thought it isn't necessarily something we want to tour because it's just a barn, but it would be a nice feature. And if we could play it up as a basically just nothing but refreshments or anything. We give shop. Well, we thought, you know, we might be ornaments, we could have them there, soaps and honey and whatever. Yeah, exactly. What else, Mish?
You heard that old townhouse, I think we were also gonna feature them in that, what they had is for the house. Take pictures, maybe they that, and let's feature it as a special feature.
But they're gonna be reduced, so they, even though her mother will be there, they don't want to do that, and I think, so Ken offered that perhaps we could include his house in the tour, but I wanted to see what you, well, no, not at all, not at all. I'm sure it would be a wonderful feature. My concern is, I don't know how many we should have. We thought Adams Center at 11, house tour will start at 12, and then at 3:30, John Vendetti is going to do the cemetery tour, the old burying ground, and the church, because that's how the town started as well. So he's part of this. So there's so much in what we didn't know if 5 houses was too many or, so we don't know. And so I want to get your input. What do you think? In my garden, took for 5. We had 5, and it was 12 to 4, the same time frame. But where Tom's gonna be at the end, I don't want to cut him short. I want people to be able to be there by 3:30, and he'll talk about the important people buried in the old burial ground and take people to the church. So
And having the artifacts at the beginning, you don't want people to feel rushed because they're having different people's houses. You want to be able to enjoy within that.
exactly. And people are gonna be tired. If they start at 11 and they go to the Adams Center, see a little video thing and look around and pick up their booklet and then head out. I mean, 4 hours is a good chunk of time from 12 to 4, and it was perfect for when there were 5 houses. But I thought if you went to cemetery, I don't wanna change Tom in the presentation, and you know Tom, you know. You don't want to shortchange his opportunity. You're short about anything Tom's gonna do. Yeah. So I don't know what you people think. I mean, I just thought I would present it to you. We do have 4 substantial, wonderful. And we would love to have yours too, Ken, but I just don't know if it's going to be overwhelming to people or.
You have a great line up on course, the Bradford House, you know, itself, with some, time there. That, with Barn and Carol Bolson, I don't know, but that sounds like a nice stop too, so it sounds like you got fun.
Yeah, I think so. And the Adams Center. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
I'm hoping that.
I want a tour of the house, though.
So you say, I don't want.
Maybe open for Lou.
Let's hope with the staff only.
So you think we're good with the cemetery and the Adams Center and the barn as well? You
Yeah.
think we're good with that?
Yeah, 'cause that's 6 locations.
I don't want people to feel that the price we're going to charge is $30 a couple. Seniors will pay 20. And, no,
So,
well, we charge 25 or 30.
yeah, but that's a person, and then.
Oh, that's right,
$50
that's right. 50 for a couple. That's right. A person is 30, 50 for a couple, 20 for a senior. So I don't want them to feel they're getting shortchanged, you know?
I did that, putting this one couple of years back, and
Mhm.
it was like $100.
Yeah.
Person,
Yeah.
yeah.
I've done from the.
How many
Right
times?
on Christmas.
They're,
7,
Yeah.
7.
they're angry.
Oh,
We don't.
No, that's not me. No,
Well, we're going to be sure, and that's what we have assured all these homeowners, that we will have docents there keeping tabs on people walking through that they don't touch, they don't take, they don't break. So, because people have opened their houses willingly, but they also are concerned about safety and insurance. Yeah, so I think we're good.
Did we want to cover the shoes?
Oh, yeah, that should cover it. Yeah. So we'll know better once we talk to them, but they're very excited, all the people. Yeah, they really are. So I think it'll be good. Yeah. So that's the deal.
Thank you for that.
Mhm.
And we'll preview that in the book along with the calendar, as much as you have, in a month or so.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to talk about the calendar yet?
We can go under new business, I guess. Go a little bit, in a couple minutes. Next up is review of bills, but I do not have.
No. I think John has some for us to sign off.
Okay.
Next meeting.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, he's back.
Recruitment, as far as I know, we have, three members. That was the last meeting, right?
We said something to it.
Yeah, and you're due as of, yeah, so. I don't know if there's more recruitment going on or,
I think the recruitment is happening with
okay,
Right,
I
those
don't think
people,
the next meeting.
they didn't have to go through any vetting or process
No.
like we did, right? Yeah, my subcommittee was
yeah,
nice and good.
all right, and then now new business, so you can.
Fair money day. So we talked about last week, online calendar, which I did go to set up. And as I was putting everybody's email addresses in it, I got stopped at 8. So I can only do 8 email addresses unless we purchase, things, at least like 120 a month, a year or $12 a month. But I was thinking I could make one generic email and just send it out as a sign on for everybody. But the only thing that we will really go on is to volunteer for a merch sale, which you just go in, edit and throw your name in it. So if you, doing a subcommittee, you want to put something on the calendar.
What happened?
I actually,
Teams up?
I did see that and I did sign up.
Yeah.
So, but I can't do that, you know, I think,
Oh, you, okay.
I was gonna email you,
Yeah.
but yeah, I
I
thought
thought
that she has to, yeah.
Sorry, what,
That's-
what's the
that's
obvious?
fine.
Do you have that?
I feel it's all team up. It's like a little
Nice
calculator on a big background.
So I will. I'm gonna resend yours.
Okay, yeah, yeah, okay.
And then I will take yours, that you guys is coming Wednesday.
The 24th,
Yeah,
yes, yeah. Unfortunately. But I'm happy to do with the others.
Okay. I think I'm gonna grab the next one. You need 2 people per either, yeah, I was gonna bring somebody, just my daughter.
Oh, okay,
You can
okay,
do that.
Okay.
If you need an extra person, let me know and I'll come by and find someone.
okay, that sounds good. Okay. What do you think the merchandise? Is it
John.
Oh, okay.
So far, I haven't done it myself, so I don't know too much except trying to gauge the information from John there. But Emily just works directly with John.
Do they have like a table already?
I believe she didn't need one because she already had a table.
Okay.
I have a table if John doesn't.
Okay.
And you said you had one?
Yes, so I have like it's a standalone, we can put it,
Oh.
so we didn't want to put a banner on the front of the table.
Sure.
Those people gather on the
Yeah.
table and one can see the
Oh,
banner,
yeah.
and it has the QR code on it.
Okay, okay.
So that's here on the townhouse, so we can work it. I'm here until 6 o'clock, my
Yeah.
office hours until 6,
Mhm.
otherwise I can
I work
work
at
out the
home, I
street.
can run down.
Okay.
I work from home too, so I can.
It's just in the attic here, so we can, and I could probably. After the table in the town book that or something.
And now.
Yeah, that's, you know,
I can use mine.
yeah.
All right, what else do I have? Well, this is just a random idea. We might have talked about this a year ago. I don't know if we've talked about it since, but you mentioned you having a scavenger hunt in the houses.
Yeah.
A small one, but have we thought about using a scavenger hunt and have merch as final prizes, but do it as you pay to, like as a fundraiser. You pay to sign up for a weekend scavenger hunt.
Charge of that, Tricia.
Yeah, so. That's the number.
And we were trying to do that scavenger hunt right around, so June 16th was the actual,
Yeah.
Justin Camille. So we're trying to, but that falls on the Tuesday.
That's like a due date or something, right? When you're gonna have it like go for a week or something.
Right, so they're about, and maybe at one of the events, just like, announcing. So, yeah, the details, Tricia initially expressed interest in it, so.
Ours is just when you walk through your house.
Yeah,
It's
fine, that's all.
not really,
Yeah.
I mean, not taking.
No, it just reminded me.
And the scavenger hunt, this would be like
We just.
for underage 12 as well,
Yes,
you know?
yeah, this would be
Yeah.
perfect.
If you went
Let
to
your
the
kids
scavenger
watch.
hunt, one of the prizes could be to walk in the parade and scavenger. hunt.
Oh, yeah, isn't that fun?
Yeah, it's like a month after the scavenger hunt, after the day.
If you did it for kids, you could do like characters. And then they can dress up as the characters that they find in the scavenger hunt in the parade.
Ooh.
Yeah. Who knows? They had-
But that's- I know, right, yeah, that's true, that's true.
I know.
Do we have it in the budget?
I know.
Do you remember if you did it for? The keeping sport, did they do it?
Well, there was one a couple of years ago, and there was a ton of people that did it. He just did it like through Facebook, but he did blues, he did
That
riddles.
was,
Yeah,
Right, yeah.
I believe.
But that was town, that was town.
It was townwide, yeah. Well, no, we could do something that's townwide.
Well, it's just a town wide, but we'll do it there, not doing the boat, obviously, but.
Yeah,
we give them
We could do
rules from the boat.
yeah.
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 You do with kids and adults.
And I'm just thinking, because I mean, I know there were a ton of people, but if you know, Saturday when you move the kids, so. And it's kind of,
Right, right.
look for, and if you're giving away merch at the end of it or something,
Mm.
like if you get to this point, you're the one that finds the hat. If you get to this point, you
Right.
find the
Mm.
shirt or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm different than so one person was getting all the prizes.
What would we do?
Yeah.
I can reach out to Andy, see how he did it.
Oh,
He did riddles
or
and everything.
the person at this location, twenty should be this location.
Yes,
So I
well,
don't know that.
oh, yeah.
It's like if we had a phone call with.
Oh, yeah, what was that?
Full- full-
Why there people? I remember that because one of the riddles was probably. I remember that. It was just stones with people who were like. We made it to the second to last one. Then I think someone found the final thing.
Yeah.
All right,
He said it would be, in the final, then the home for, the ideas and stuff.
Yeah.
So they did a couple of those, maybe they were doing at one point. When I first got on, that was like the big thing.
Yeah. No, these are good, they're good for kids, so. Yeah.
But you don't know if Tricia's still doing it or not, finding out, you know.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
Should try this weekend, and then she should be free. She'll be, yeah, empty nest in exchange of that.
That's true. That's a good point. Any other new business? Yeah. Anything from online folks?
Nothing
No,
for me.
nothing.
If anyone has anything else, our next meeting right now is scheduled for July 16th. If that's a problem, I apologize. But I didn't set that date.
The committees, the subcommittee, that they need help. I mean, I'm happy
The
to.
scavenger hunt.
Okay.
Sounds like it.
Oh. Okay.
I'm actually happy to help with two, maybe
Okay.
3 of us can
Okay, sure.
kind of work on that.
Mhm.
Honestly, it might even be worth us trying, if we can meet and figure out some things, it might be worth us doing like a trial on this one.
Mhm.
Like, who cares if we give away one of our hats or something,
Right,
like, I mean,
right, well, enough money.
and just see the interest around it.
Yeah.
And then that'll determine how much more we dedicate to it.
That's a good idea.
You know, just knowing that it's gonna probably be less people only because we have less time to advertise, or
Mhm.
things like that, but as long as there's a decent amount of interest, then we know.
Somebody actually spot you.
That's, yeah, exactly true, so.
You have to use it like advertising.
Yeah.
Do you have a Facebook page so we can?
Yeah. So yeah, we'll follow up next week on it.
John,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so if I have something.
Yes. Send it to me, yeah.
All right, other than that, I guess I'll take a motion to adjourn. Unless I'm motion to adjourn.
A second,
All right, roll call vote, Don, aye.
Yeah,
Commissioner, first name on it. All right, aye.
And the online vote?
Joe Cunningham Jr., aye.
And Joe Cunningham, 3, aye.
All right, I will hopefully see everyone July 16th.